Okay, so I've heard this thing, and I don't know how true it is, but people talk about secret cameras in hotel rooms that record people. Is this something you've heard about, and is it true, or what do you know about it? Welcome back. In this video, I'm going to be interviewing South Koreans again, asking them some thoughts about South Korea. Let's go!
I'm Millie.
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 Okay, nice to meet you. So today's questions are varied questions about South Korea. If you could change one thing about South Korea, what would it be and why?
The education.
Okay.
Yeah, because they are very competitive in like elementary school to high school. So we need to learn very many things in our school. So I think we need to change it.
What specifically would you like to see changed about the education system?
We always think about 수능 in like SAT or
What's 수능?
수능 is like a SAT test in Korea, and we have to learn about that in whole time about our life. That is too tough, and we always went to 학원 at another academy, so it's very difficult to learn many things. Yeah.
And what do you think is the biggest challenge facing South Korea right now?
Biggest challenge? Yeah. The birth rate. Yeah, because we don't have baby in our Korea.
What do you think could be done to help the birth rates in South Korea?
The government need to suggest our more economy and financial.
Okay, what's one thing you wish people from outside South Korea knew about South Korea?
South Korea is very safe.
Okay.
In the night. So we always play 12 o'clock. That's really good.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. So as a woman, you think South Korea is really safe?
Yeah. We have a lot of security camera in the street, and we protect each other maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, and a lot of police in there. So.
Okay, so I've heard this thing, and I don't know how true it is, but people talk about secret cameras in hotel rooms that record people. Is this something you've heard about, and is it true, or what do you know about it?
I don't know about it exactly, but I don't like that.
What's something that you think surprises people about South Korea?
Surprise about South Korea? We have very delicious food.
What's your favorite South Korean food?
I like 된장찌개. You know that?
No, what is it?
된장찌개 is like a broth made by 된장. That's very delicious.
What do you think is an overrated K-drama? So a K-drama everybody loves, but you don't really think is good.
Oh no, I love K-drama.
What brought you to the UK? Why did you come to the UK?
I want to learn English.
Your English is great.
Really, thank you. Really.
How have you learned English so well?
Oh, just in school. We have to learn English all of our life. But
from what ages to what age?
8 to 19.
Wow. Okay. What's been the hardest accent to understand so far? British accent.
Oat latte. Like.
What's that?
Oat latte.
Oat latte?
Yeah. Oatmeal?
Oh, oatmeal. Oh,
yeah.
To say oat latte.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Oh my God! Wow! What's been the most surprising thing about the UK so far?
They cross the line when the red light.
Okay, finally, would you rather live in South Korea or the UK?
South Korea.
Okay. Why is that?
Because convenient.
Yeah? What do you hate about South Korea or dislike?
Salary.
Salary?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm here with
James.
James, nice. And you're from South Korea, but let me...
I was born in South Korea.
Yeah. Give me some of your background. So
I was born in South Korea, but I grew up in New Zealand.
New Zealand?
So I moved to New Zealand when I was 9 years old. And then I've been in the UK for about, 9 years now.
Okay. What's one thing that you'd like to see changed about South Korea and why?
Because I don't know living in South Korea. Obviously, from meeting my cousins over there, it's just the work culture, I think. Because I know the work culture in South Korea is a bit fast-paced, and like my cousin, I met my cousin last year, and he didn't really have any time to do other stuff. So and at the same time, he wasn't earning enough money to kind of cover for himself. But
what do you think could be done to improve that situation?
I don't know, more startups, more like business coming into South Korea that kind of breaks the chaebol.
What do you think is the biggest challenge facing South Korea at the moment?
Again, I live here, I don't live in South Korea. Obviously the birth rate is very low. I think it's the lowest out of the OECD countries, or it might be the lowest in the world.
You're the third person. I've interviewed 3 people today. You're the third person. Everyone said the birth rate. I can't believe it. I wasn't expecting that. I don't think you guys had a chat as well, so you've all said it independently. What do you think could be done to improve the birth rate? Any ideas, anything that you've heard maybe?
I know for a fact that my cousin, he's had this girlfriend for about 10 years, and they never got married because marriage costs a lot of money, and he didn't really want to have kids. So yeah, maybe if the corporate culture became a bit better, I don't know how, but then everything else will improve.
So what's one thing you wish people from outside South Korea understood about your country, understood about South Korea?
Beautiful, it's got rich history, and everyone's welcoming.
Do you ever see yourself living again in South Korea? If so,
It depends, yeah, obviously, like, it depends on my work and everything else,
Yeah.
but not at the moment.
Okay.
Like, so I'm kind of based in the UK at the moment.
what's the most surprising thing about the UK to you?
It wasn't really surprising to me because culturally New Zealand is quite similar to UK.
Okay.
I know it's a lot more diverse here and it's close to Europe, so British people are very friendly.
Okay, I like that.
They say that London is not friendly, but I don't know, all my friends are Londoners.
What's been the most challenging thing about living in the UK?
When I first came to the UK, I didn't really have a job, so it was quite difficult to kind of settle, and obviously I had to get a visa, and that took a while.
What do you think surprises people most about South Korea?
There's a lot of people who haven't been, they kind of got interested in South Korea from the K-drama, K-pop, but they've never been to South Korea. And then when after coming back from South, well, they tell me that it's one of the best holidays that they've had.
What's one non-stereotypical thing that you think people should do if they go to South Korea?
Go to Jeju-do.
Yeah?
Jeju Island is nice. Have some Jeju black pig. It's really nice.
Okay. Do you watch K-dramas at all? Are you to that K-pop?
I don't. I watch time to time. I watch whatever's. Last one I watched was Vincenzo on Netflix.
Vincenzo was so good. Yeah. And any final message to the world?
Just explore, just travel, opens your eyes, and be open to meet other people, different groups of people. Don't be closed off, and you're always going to go through hard times. Everyone does, and that should be a joy instead of a hardship. It's an opportunity to make yourself grow as well. So
Awesome, fantastic. Thank you. Thank you.
Cheers.
Okay, I'm here with
Sojang.
Sojong.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. And what brings you to the UK?
I go to uni here.
Nice. What are you studying?
I'm studying global health and social science.
Very
Yeah.
cool. Nice. Well, wish you the best. Okay, so we'll ask you some questions about South Korea first of all. So the first question is, so what's one thing you'd like to see changed in South Korea and why?
One thing in South Korea I want to change is probably healthcare system, because there's a massive medical protest in South Korea now, so we can't really use as we used to do. Just like normal people cannot really accessible to emergency room kind of things. So yeah, there's a lot of people dying there. It's really uncomfortable situation, but we don't have any solutions yet, so they're still protesting.
What's the biggest challenge you think facing South Korea today?
I mean, in terms of global kind of things, racism would be the thing.
In South
yeah,
Korea?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm South Korean, I don't really think, to be honest, South Koreans are a bit not really used to foreign people like as much as UK people are. So yeah, probably colored people like.
Have you seen examples of racism in South Korea when you're there? Where are you from in South Korea?
I'm from Seoul.
Okay.
Well, there's not specific examples for me, but for my friend, I think she is also from UK, but she stayed in Korea for a year, and she told me that whenever she's trying to go out at night and she grabs a taxi, the taxi drivers would ask where she's from, and she says she's from UK. Are you from UK? You're black, like those kind of things, and that's really uncomfortable. I know that they're not trying to be rude, but it is still rude. So yeah,
Okay.
I was really sorry for her.
And what do you think could be done to improve that situation around racism in South Korea?
Well, because I'm not a politician, I don't have maybe we should more accept more foreign people. I think it's just a little uncomfortable to mention little things toward people that you don't know. That's really rude. People should just let them visit, right?
What's one thing you wish people from outside South Korea understood about South Korea?
There's no war in South Korea, first of all. I don't think there's gonna be a war, but yeah, it's not that scary as you think. It's not that.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
If there was one thing you could change about South Korea or in South Korea, what would it be and why?
For changing something, I thought about one thing to change in South Korea is people's thinking about that. They just think about they don't want to pay about many things. I'm now traveling in Europe. I like your minds and living in Bingtap. I want my Koreans have to study about this lifestyle.
What brings you to the UK? Why did you come here? I guess you said to travel. What did you do in South Korea?
I'm studying civil engineering in my
And what is this, summer holiday or?
for vacation.
What is the biggest challenge facing South Korea today?
Oh, maybe about many people talks about this is wrong or this is right, and they argument about that. This is the best argument about my country.
What in particular is the challenge around the president?
Oh, about some policies about he makes some policies, but many people says this is wrong about or this is right, and then they fight a lot of.
What's one thing you wish people outside of South Korea understood about your country?
They wanna think about my country is so cool, and then such as for not just think about they're not good at math or they can't speak English, but that's so true.
So what's something you think people from outside of South Korea should know about South Korea? Maybe something that people don't often know, but you think is important to know about South Korea.
Maybe for all the politic things is fast. For example, we can get ID card for 3 days or 2 days after we, or which one is that?
Driving?
Yeah, driving license. We can get after 2 days. This one is such a good thing over there.
So any foreigner can get a driving license after 2 days in South Korea. Is that what you're saying? Or
It's not, but if you lost your license, we can get
a new one?
Yeah, new one. New
Okay.
one.
Nice. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. What's the one thing that you'd like to see change most about South Korea, and why?
Okay, the thing that I would like to see change about Korea is the work culture, because I think Koreans in general are overworked. Obviously, not everyone, but they're overworked, and that's partly why many Koreans want to come to the UK and other countries to work. People don't get to spend enough time with their families because they're overworked. They're spending too much time at work. You know, as a visitor, everything is so convenient and everything looks nice, and it's like Korea had a crazy boom in the past few decades, and it's one of the richest countries in the world. But so if you want to be positive, yeah, so that's a pro. But at the same time, I think it's too much. Koreans are overworked.
And what do you think could be done to improve the work culture in South Korea?
I think you can get rid of specific tradition and work. So for example, you have compulsory drink sessions. Like, how should I say? We call it 회식. 회식 means translate. It's just a meeting with colleagues, right? It's a meeting with your company, and you go to. But it's a meeting where you eat, okay? So it's a dinner, it's a work dinner. But we have a specific term for that. We call it 회식, and that's compulsory. Drinking sessions are compulsory.
You wish people outside South Korea understood about South Korea?
This is actually a link to my first answer, okay? So visitors come in, they see the amazing infrastructure and economy and convenience of Korea. Everything is nice, you know, everything is convenient, and people seem well educated, and it's just nice for a traveler. But what they should understand is that it comes at a cost. So, for example, people being overworked. It's got to do with our culture of just constant development, constant progression, constant progress. You know, as I said before, it's everything's got its pros. So the advantage of that is nice if you're the person who's being served. That's what I want people to understand. My answer's a bit heavy today.
It is heavy today.
Yeah, it's a bit heavy.
But that's fine. That's fine.
Fun as well.
All right.
I wish that there were more bins in public bins in Korea than in Seoul. I haven't really been to many other cities, but in Seoul, I think they're lacking bins. In Seoul and surrounding areas, they're lacking bins. So I see a big bin right there in central London. There's a bin every 100 meters, and I think that's great. I'm
a fan of there being no bins, because look how trashy central London can be, and London in general, because of the bins. People disrespect the bins so much. And also, at least I know from the perspective of Japan, because Japan's very similar to South Korea, the reason they didn't have bins in Japan is because of the sarin gas attack in the 90s, where people put stuff into the bins, and that caused people to die because they put deadly gas, sarin gas. So that's why they moved it in Japan. I don't know what the reason in South Korea, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's not something similar in terms of reducing the chance of terrorist attacks. So that is a light to know, and I think it's a good point. But less bins. There's actually, and there are also studies, having fewer bins results in fewer rubbish. It sounds stupid, but people do stuff to fill up they fill up space. So if you have more bins in your home, you produce more rubbish. It sounds ridiculous, but it's actually a true thing, because you naturally start filling up the bins with random stuff. But I get what you're saying.
Let's have a balance. No bins at all. Come on, that's too much. You need some bins in public, but too many bins, maybe too much rubbish.
But there are lots of bins in the convenience stores, near the convenience stores, around the convenience stores, like the 7-Eleven, or whatever they're called.
But at the same time, you know, I've seen streets where people they had plastic bags in the street. as kind of like an alternative for a bin, and then like it's overflowing, and then like it's just a mountain of rubbish.
Oh, in Seoul?
Just outside Seoul is a place called Pyeongtaek, yeah.
Okay.
And I saw this, so I was like,
I lived in Japan for 6 months, so I got used to being in a city that had very few bins. You just learn to carry your rubbish home with you.
but the streets are clean, right?
Yeah, and that's exactly it. And the streets are clean in Seoul as well. What do you think is the biggest challenge facing South Korea today?
I'd say the biggest challenge is birth rate. So birth rates are at rock bottom now. People are just not having babies, and that's also something that is very difficult to tackle. Something that's got to happen gradually, but at the moment the population is aging quite rapidly. Population pyramid is not something that we can sustain. We need younger people to prop up the economy and do the work and support the people who need support, like the elderly people.
What do you think would surprise people most about South Korea?
One thing is how safe it is. So for example, you can leave your stuff, like leave your laptop in a cafe, a table, and go to the toilet, come back, and you can trust your stuff will still be there. You know what? I've never tried that, so I can't guarantee that.
But this is what you've heard.
This is what I've heard. Bins, safety, and number 3, Wi-Fi on the underground.
Final question. Would you rather live in the UK or South Korea, and why?
I would say it's more convenient for me to live in the UK because I have British nationality, so for me, but that's for me. So I think it's not hard for a British person to live in Korea actually. There's many opportunities. People speak good English. I've got 2 homelands. Is that weird?
No, I'm Nigerian, so I was born in the UK. I was born in Nigeria, but I've lived in the UK most of my life. But and not just that, I feel at home pretty much anywhere I go to because I just make myself feel at home. Thank you, appreciate it. Hi everyone, my name is Korede and I'm embarking on an exciting challenge going from 600 subscribers to 10,000 subscribers in 1 month. I need your help to achieve this. I am a YouTuber, I make great exciting videos, traveling, asking people about hot topics. You can check out my videos, subscribe, follow, share and like. Let's hit this target of 10,000 subscribers in 1 month. Together we can do this. Let the internet unite and let's make this happen.